Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and the Managing Director for all of our 80 plus chapters around town. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education for watching. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. Super excited to have you tuning in. As a reminder, guys, this Friday is our big event. It's the end of the year celebration. I just finished picking up the awards from Coast to Coast Trophies from Kelly Jackakali from the BNI Arrowhead Legends chapter. I can't wait to share with you guys who the chapter winners are, and we have all of the Member of the Year awards as well. So every single chapter, all of you voted for who your Member of the Year is for this past year. So all of those awards are going to be giving out on Friday as well. It's going to be a phenomenal event. It's not too late to sign up. So it is this Friday from 10 to noon over at Orange Tree. We will have a lot of networking. We also have Guillermo from BNI Connectors, who's bringing his 360 photo booth. We're going to have a lot of fun. So it's going to be a whole lot of networking. We're going to have a feature presenter who is going to be the National Director of BNI USA, Lisa Renz. So you don't want to miss her presentation. Then we're going to have about 20 minutes of awards and different recognition, and then at the end we're going to have a lot more open networking. So it's going to be a great big mixer and event. It's going to be a great opportunity to build those cross-chapter relationships with some fellow members. We already have over 150 members registered for the event, and there's still room. There's still a few more tickets left. So if you didn't already get your ticket, make sure to jump on to the BNI Arizona calendar to sign up. Especially if your chapter is listed in one of the top 5 of the categories, make sure you're there. We definitely want to make sure that our chapters are represented who are the winners for sure, because it's always a great photo opportunity for more visibility for your chapter and your members. So it's going to be a really great time. If you can't make it on Friday, we do have also the mixer with Lisa Renz, which is Thursday, so tomorrow from 5 to 7 at Los Sombreros over in Mesa. It's going to be also an incredible time. I believe we're going to have about 100 members at the mixer on Thursday night, and then 200 on the event on Friday. So you don't want to miss it. It is open for visitors as well, so non-members can also attend and participate and come join us in the fun. So today, guys, I wanted to first remind everybody of some of the chapter etiquette when it comes to what we present in the chapter meetings. So remember that we need to primarily focus on promoting our business, and we want to promote that in a positive light. Some of the things that we should refrain from talking about in BNI, because we are a business networking organization, some of the things that could be perceived as controversial. We want to stay away from religion and politics and any other topic that you think could be of controversy between multiple people. Let's just stay away from those conversations within our BNI meetings. Things are going to, because of the climate and different events that are going on around the world, especially over this next year. Again, guys, please, please, please do not talk about religion or politics or anything controversial inside your chapter meetings. Please. Talk about your business, because when you start veering off and talking about your side of whatever conversation you're having, you don't know how that's going to be perceived, and you want to make sure that you're constantly building positive visibility for you and your business. So we want to keep that in mind, that the meetings are all for business, okay, guys? So just wanted a quick reminder. I'll keep reminding about that, especially as we go throughout the next year. So we want to just make sure that any pictures, any videos, like clothing, all of the things, keep in mind, would this bring me positive visibility for me and my business? And if you're on the fence or the answer is no, don't bring it to the BNI meeting. I'm just going to tell you that now. All right, so enough of that. Now, on to the topic for today, because that wasn't the topic. It was just a quick little reminder for all of you, because it does state in the BNI rules, I guess you could say, in the chapter operations manual, that we need to stay away from those things. All right, on to the topic for today. So the topic for today is, I found this amazing tool. It is the 7-minute guide to perfect one-to-one meetings. How awesome is that? It's a front and back sheet. It's a great tool, not only for members, but this is a great takeaway for visitors as well, just so that way they can have something to learn of how to have effective one-to-one meetings with fellow professionals. So there are 3 easy steps, 3 simple steps to building relationships that turn into consistent referral flow. So 3 easy steps. You ready for these 3 steps, guys? All right. The first one is invite. So your BNI chapter knows the value of one-to-one meetings. They practice the gains exchange, which we're going to touch on that as well, process, and are excited to get to know you better so they can pass referrals to you. Review your chapter roster and schedule 3 to 5 one-to-ones each month. So, go out and invite your fellow members to have a one-to-one with you. And that could be a member of your chapter, and it could be a member of another chapter. So that's the great thing with having over 80 chapters in the Valley, over 2,000 members just here in BNI Arizona. There's a lot of opportunities to have and schedule those one-to-ones. So that's step number 1, is inviting a fellow member to a one-to-one. The second one is connect. So setting a time and place for your meeting. Complete the gains exchange worksheet in advance. Share your answers before your one-to-one and ask for the same. This will give you an opportunity to prepare to make time together even more powerful. So how many of you fill out your gains exchange form still? You want to make sure that you are prepared for your one-to-one meetings. I know that there is a copy in the file section on this page of a gains exchange form, so make sure to download it. There's also an extended version that Peter Bartolini made, and that one is also attached to this page in the file section. So those are the first 2 steps: invite, connect, and the third one is follow-up. So BNI's gains exchange process helps you identify opportunities to connect members of your network. When you make a referral, you build relationships with 2 members of your referral network. So we want to make sure that we are following up and connecting on those referrals. Now, on the back of the sheet, it walks you through the gains exchange. So GAIN stands for goals, accomplishments, interests, networks, and skills. Now, when we're learning about all of these 5 different items from your fellow members, it's important that we learn all of the aspects. For example, I feel that goals is the number 1 important thing out of all of the 5, because this is where you get to ask about their financial, business, educational, and personal objectives that they want to meet. So this is the best way to develop a relationship, is by helping someone achieve something that's important to them. So the more we learn about each other, the more that we can help meet and exceed their goals. Because a lot of times our personal goals are linked in with our business goals, because the more we grow our business, that will help us accomplish all of the personal goals. Whether a personal goal is to retire, to travel more, to send your kids to college, whatever that looks like, share those goals with your fellow members. A lot of times members say, oh, well, my goal is to grow my business. Well, we're all in BNI to grow our business, but what does that growth look like? Expand on that information with your fellow members, so that way we know exactly what type of referrals to send your way. So if you're looking to grow your business, let everyone know what that looks like. So is that growth meaning that you're looking to hire more people in your business? Or is that growth meaning that you're looking to add a certain number of clients to your book of business? Or maybe it's a certain dollar amount of revenue that you're looking to expand your business with. So whatever that looks like, so that way when we're looking at the big picture and looking at all of the exact details around the goals, then we can break it down to how many referrals you would need to meet and exceed those goals. And when we're sharing that with each other, then we have an exact picture of how we can help support you through that journey in meeting and exceeding your personal and professional goals. So we want to make sure that we're diving into all of these details. So I'm going to attach this 7-minute guide on this page as soon as I get back to my computer, because I just picked up all of our awards for Friday. So as soon as I get back to my computer, I'm going to upload this sheet for everyone, so that way you can use this as a guide for your next one-to-ones. Because once you've mastered these 3 steps and you go through all of these gains exchange information, there's 5 different things that this is going to be able to help you with. So number 1, building relationships with the right people who can pass you business for years to come. That's really important, right? Turn strangers into friends who are trained to look for customers who are a good fit for you and are motivated to connect you with them. So the more we have those one-to-ones, we're educating and really getting everyone more knowledge about our business, so that way we can be salespeople for you. So it's not just about talking about information, but it's educating us on keywords and phrases to listen for, and really educating us on all the different aspects of your business, so that way we can be better salespeople for you. Third thing is to make stronger contacts from every networking event you attend, because you finally know how to follow up to make yourself stand out and be memorable. The 4th is to generate more referrals within BNI and referral marketing outside of it. And of course, make every business meeting more productive. This is so key, guys. When we're having one-to-ones, it's not just about getting together, talking about the weather or what you ate last night. It really is having those strategic conversations so we can build better business partnerships with each other. Because when we work on that business aspect of it, that's when you're going to see more referrals and more ongoing business, and even asking for referral partners. So outside of just the individual business referrals that we're asking for, who are those referral sources that you want to be connected with? I always give the example of a chiropractor, because when a chiropractor stands up, if they're like, hey, a great referral for me is anybody with a spine, well, that's great, but that doesn't really identify a specific person to send their way. But if they stood up and said, hey, a great referral for me would be a personal injury attorney, because they see the same target market that I love to help, because I work on an ongoing basis with people who have been in car accidents, and I can help them with their recovery process. So now that chiropractor is giving the example of, hey, a good referral source is that personal injury attorney, and then it goes even further in talking about the car accident. So again, if members think about someone who was recently in the car accident, they're going to link those two together. So we want to be as specific as possible when we're in these one-to-ones and talking about all of these gains ideas. And then also in your weekly presentations, guys. So in your 30 to 60 second presentations, you want to be as specific as possible in your ask, so that way you're painting a picture of those ideal referrals. Because when we're specific, then you're going to notice that more referrals are going to be sent your way, because members are automatically thinking of specific people to send your way, versus if you're too broad, it's just kind of throwing it out there and we really don't know, we can't think of that ideal person to send your way. So be specific to be terrific. I love that phrase. But again, using this gains form, guys, use it in your one-to-ones. There's lots of other tools to use in one-to-ones as well, but this one is always a great one. And again, the perfect guide to really great one-to-one meetings. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. Make sure to record one chapter education unit for watching today. Hopefully we see you all at the end of the year celebration on Friday, 10 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. You don't want to miss it. If you have any questions, or if you've registered but maybe you didn't get the confirmation, let me know. It could mean that the ticket didn't go through, but we'll get all that fixed. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in, and we will see you next week.